Clara Thomas stood beside her kitchen counter, enjoying the quiet absence of the old migraine that once followed her shifting. Her smartphone vibrated against the laminate. It was Beatrice, stranded on a shoulder off Route 9, her alternator dead in the dusk. "I'm not calling a $300 tow," Beatrice said, her voice clipped, brittle around the edges. "I saw you behind the laundromat last month, Clara. I know what you can do. Just come take me back." Clara rubbed the back of her neck. The secret was out, but her stomach remained completely steady. Air displaced with a quiet snap. Clara Thomas materialized by the gravel shoulder, catching Beatrice mid-flinch beside the steaming hood, still clutching her smartphone. "You really can," Beatrice muttered, stepping backward, eyes wide. "You didn't say a word." "It's complicated," Clara said, extending her forearm. "Grab on. Keep your feet flat." There was no sickness, no distortion, just an instantaneous fold of space. The dark highway vanished, replaced by the clutter of Beatrice's living room. Beatrice stumbled onto her worn sofa, breathing fast, half laughing in disbelief. "Do you know what this means? You don't have to wait for anything anymore." Beatrice paced her cramped galley kitchen, letting the tap run over a chipped mug without drinking. Clara watched from the laminate counter stool, still grounding herself after the sudden shift. Beatrice didn't offer gratitude. Instead, her eyes narrowed with a restless calculation. "The tow yard wants $300 just to hook up the hitch," Beatrice murmured, wiping roadside soot from her thumb. "If you can displace living tissue, why not machinery? Could you just drop these sedin into my driveway?" Clara hesitated, calculating the 2-ton mass against her clean mechanics, unsure where utility ended and risk began. Clara reappeared on the gravel shoulder of Route 9, where the sedan rested under overgrown sumac bushes. Placing both flat palms against the rusted hood, she closed her eyes, mentally outlining its dead alternator, tire pressure, and steel frame. A sharp vacuum snap startled the quiet woods. Instantaneously, she stood on the cracked asphalt of Beatrice's driveway as the sedan settled 2 inches onto the gravel with a heavy, metallic thud. Beatrice pushed the screen door open, staring at the skewed car in silence, while Clara leaned against the warm fender, silently measuring the strange ease of the feat. Inside the narrow kitchen, Beatrice leaned against the counter, tracing the rim of a chipped mug. Her voice dropped, hesitant and strained. "What if? You know, there's already something there. A wall. Another person." Clara wiped motor grease from her thumb with a damp paper towel. The mechanics felt mundane now, stripped of wonder. "It isn't blind. I see the space first, like an overlay in my mind. If a dog runs past or a gate is latched, I shift the landing by a foot." Beatrice stared, unsettled by the casual precision. "And it doesn't hurt?" "Not anymore," Clara murmured. Back in her own cramped bedroom, Clara kicked off her scuffed sneakers and sat on the edge of the mattress. The radiator hissed unevenly in the corner. Her limbs were relaxed, completely free of the old tremors that used to follow a jump, yet an odd heaviness lingered in her chest. She had spared her sister a $90 towing fee and an awkward roadside wait. Unbuttoning her damp flannel shirt, Clara stared at her steady hands under the bedside lamplight. All in a day's work for a superhero, she thought, the phrase feeling small, dry, and oddly hollow.